Alright folks, I thought we'd do a little update on the old Makita. Oh, that's a little too much zoomed in there. The Makita, I would say generation 1, XAG03. Alright, this is still my go-to angle grinder. Really the only angle grinder that I would, I've used a couple other ones. I've used the Milwaukee Fuel. I've used Ryobi's quite a bit. And the Ryobi is, it's fine, obviously, for the money. And I have the brushed version. They have obviously some new versions since I've used that. But sorry about that. But it's really the only, first one I grab, pretty much. Actually, I don't even have that Milwaukee one anymore. The Ryobi I still have, but, I don't really use it too much. It's kind of big and bulky. Obviously, I have a 5 amp hour battery on here. If I have a 2, that's kind of like my go-to. But obviously, they have a couple new angle grinders out since this model. Again, this is pretty much the first brushless. And I think this is still, you can still get this today. I think this is still in certain combo kits. Or if it's not, it was kind of just discontinued, within the last year or so. Obviously, Makita is now, they have that new, locking system, which is pretty cool. This is obviously your old traditional way of taking your, blade or your disc off. And do not obviously, use a blade or cut off wheel. Though, how many people call it that? And these Makitas are made in Germany. You can see that. But this is like pretty much bottom of the barrel here. Pretty much all. Well, I do have some. I just can't find them. And I've kind of just been using this one. But still works. But definitely do not do this. This could be very dangerous. I do not recommend by any means to use a wheel or a blade, metal blade like this. But all in all, guys, if you do, but yeah, folks, if you're in the market for a cheap angle grinder, now again, this is a Makita, but these you can kind of find, maybe even on eBay for not what they were going for back in the day. And certainly, Milwaukee is known for certain tools. DeWalt R, you can even, Rigid, right? Their shop vacs are supposedly the best out there. But, when it comes to angle grinders, Makita have always been, top of the heap, so to speak. But this one is just awesome. Now, I did use the newer version of this, and I think I would like it better. But obviously, I just don't need it, because this still works great. And this is, man, I don't know if we can find a year on this. I don't think Makita puts it on the sticker here. I think it's where the battery is. But honestly, this is probably from 2018. All right, 2017. So, 6-7 years. Still works great, And cut some reeds with it. Cut anything with this wheel, man. You really can. That's what makes, I use angle grinders a lot to cut stuff. I'm sure many of you do too. But yeah, if you're in the market, like I said, or if you have this angle grinder, let me know what you think of it, your experience. Again, it's the this is really just an update video, man. I think a lot of you are kind of into some of these videos where, you know, some of these older tools, how they're kind of holding up, what's the differences between, you know, maybe the first gen versus the second gen versus, you know, obviously, you know, whatever brand you're in, their newest model. But obviously I know a lot of people are still rocking with the old stuff. You know, they're not going to get, you know, like I said, there's two types, you know, of tool owners out there. You know, one that whenever a new model comes out, you know, like the new Gen 4 impact wrench, they're going to get it no matter what, right? Not that their old, you know, impact wrench isn't working, you know, not that it's really any different. You know, it might have a little sport grip on it, is like the only difference, maybe a little bit more torque, but they're going to get it, right? And then there's the other side of that they're going to beat their impact wrench to the ground, and they're not going to get a newer model until, you know, that tool is not working anymore, right? And there's even, you know, a deeper spectrum of that, of, you know, they'll even go and, you know, replace the anvil, and, you know, if it breaks and there's some internal components, I mean, they'll really try to save that tool before they kind of get the new model. And by that time, it's probably the Gen 6 with Milwaukee anyway. Not really with Makita. You know, they'll come out with a new model every 5-6 years on certain stuff. You know, not like every year with Milwaukee, where they'll, you know, and Milwaukee lives off of that. You know, they live off of, you know, hey, check out this new technology, so your battery doesn't come off or it doesn't shake the vibration. Let's come out with a Gen 4. Well, the torque is the same on it, yeah, but it doesn't have the sport grip here. You know, the battery holder there. So, you know, each to each their own. But yeah, this is just a great, you know, well-made angle grinder. Nothing special about it, except I love, you know, the grip on it. Really thin, you know, compared to my brushed Ryobi. And I didn't like the feel of the Milwaukee. Just didn't do it for me. Again, some people might love the Milwaukee angle grinders, go nuts. But when it comes to angle grinders, usually the Makita, I'll try to stick with them, or, you know, maybe I won't. I got to see what's out there when I do, you know, step up. When this finally does, you know, break or stops working. But I don't see that happening for a while. But that's it, folks. So we might do some more of these update videos on certain tools and stuff. So, you know, I know a lot of you are rocking some of these older, you know, 2017, 18 Gen 1 models, maybe some early Gen 2 models of certain tools. And you're not just going to, you know, go and grab the newest, you know, angle grinder, impact wrench, impact driver, whatever, circular saw, just for the hell of it. So maybe we'll do more of these. Peace.